I'm CP101 and this is an update on the MPC Datsun we're doing for the cancer awareness build. We've got the rolling chassis done. We've got the wheels dull coated with Krylon matte acrylic and the hubs painted Tamiya smoke. Got the pad printed tires on it. We've got the suspension lowered. We got the back lowered about maybe a little bit more than a 1/16, and then we got the front lowered, probably about an 1/8, maybe around there. It wasn't too hard to do with this kit. The springs and axle come as one unit, so I just carefully cut the axle housing off the springs, put pads on the leaf springs, which will raise the axle housing up and drop the front end or rear end down. So we did that for the back, and then the front we just carefully cut the axle pins off and raise them up on the spindles, and of course that drops the front end down. So that's what we did there. So that's that. I got to put the exhaust on it. I just painted it. There's the exhaust. I put a metal tip on it, so that little metal tip will look pretty good. You can put a dual exhaust on this. I make it like a little Hustler, like a little Red Express, but if that was my truck, I wouldn't want that. Not being a 4-cylinder, I'd want all the back pressure I could get, because if you take away too much back pressure in your engine, you actually drop the horsepower. So I'd stick with a single exhaust, so that's what we're going to do on this. So I got to paint this up and then install it, and I think it'll look pretty good. And then the metal tip on the end extends out the tip, so you'll be able to see it underneath the tailgate. Won't be so tucked up underneath there, so that'll look pretty good. The 4-cylinder we got painted. I was going to put a V8 in it, but decided to just stick with the 4-cylinder. I mean, everybody puts V8s and stuff. Nice to see 6s and 4s for a change, but we painted the entire thing Krylon shortcuts. It's called chrome, but it's really like a bright silver. So we painted that, masked off the transmission, and painted the block black. Painted the valve cover gray metallic. Painted the frame orange. Frame filter orange. The intake carburetors are Weber's. I think those are Weber's. Painted those of Vallejo aluminum. And the exhaust manifold is a whole bunch of different earth tones to kind of rust it up. And then we painted the freeze plugs in it. I don't know if you can see them there, but those are painted like a metallic gray on both sides of the block, the freeze plugs. So we got that done up. I think my camera's trying to blur here. Let's back it up a bit. There we go. So that's the bottom half. Came out pretty good, I think. Looks pretty spiffy. And then we're going to put the body on it. I got it painted, but we're just going to put it on there temporarily so kind of see how it looks. Okay, so there's the body. It's been painted with the Duplicolor Nissan, I can't remember the name of it, Orange Mist Metallic. There we go. There's the little truck painted up. Came out pretty good, I think. We put about, I don't know, 6 coats, 7 coats of the orange, sanded in between coats, and then when I felt it looked pretty good, we put a clear on it. I don't have any Testors clear lacquer, and I'm not about to pay $8 for a can of clear lacquer, so I used the Minwax, the polyacrylic, for my clear, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. So that's the little pickup, and now you can see the stance being lowered. I thought it set too high out of the box, that's why I wanted it lowered. I'm not big into dropping things all the way down. I know that's kind of the thing these days. But I'm old school. So I like my stuff with a bit of a rake. Also like my stuff with some height to it. So anyway, that's how it's going to sit. I haven't done the interior yet. I got to get busy and get the interior done. But I'll probably do the interior probably in a beige. I could go black, I guess, but black's kind of predictable. So I might pick a beige to do the interior and go with that. If you, speaking of Duplicolor, if you buy Duplicolor in the store, be careful, because I bought 3 cans now that had the nozzle missing. The nozzle was on it, but the spray that creates the fan, that was missing out of the nozzle. Thank God I have 2 of these cans, one almost empty and then a full one. So I thought I'd use the empty one, because you know when an empty can sits around for a while, it loses pressure. So I thought I'd use the full one instead. Well, thank goodness I did a test spray first. And when I went to spray it, I got paint all over me and all over the can. I got most of it cleaned up, but when I looked at the nozzle, the fan spray was missing. So I pulled the old nozzle off the other can and put it on this one. And thank goodness I kept that old can of orange, because I was going to throw it away. Thankfully I kept it. And yeah, so just make sure that you check your Duplicolor paint cans before you leave the store. Take the lids off and make sure everything's okay. And then of course the polyacrylic, if you're heavy-handed as a rattle can painter, be careful with this stuff, because this stuff comes out thick and fast. So if you're heavy-handed, you're going to have issues spraying this. So just make sure you are constantly on the go with your movements if you use this stuff. But it works good for clear, I think. I think it looks pretty good. What else? Got the hood. The only thing I forgot to paint, dummy me, is I forgot to paint the front fascia. Just now saw that. Still in the tree. I gotta paint the front fascia because I forgot all about it. And yeah, I'll do that today. So that's where I'm at on the little Datsun. I think it's looking pretty good. And I always keep Terry in my thoughts, because as I said, that poor lady goes through, or has been through and is going through so much crap. I don't see how she does it. Poor thing. Alright guys, that's it for the Datsun. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next update, which will probably be the final.